I, for one, cannot live without going camping at all year over year. So I thought about it and I was thinking, sometimes there's these little pieces that I have to actually make it camping.
Like little chocolate pieces?
Yeah, little chocolate pieces. Actually, to be honest, I think it's the Reese's Pieces so I can pretend like I'm Elliot from E.T.
Be good.
Welcome to the RV Small Talk Podcast, where we talk about lightweight trailers, truck campers, and the people, places, and adventures that go right along with them. We're your hosts from Princess Craft RV in Round Rock, Texas. I am Clint.
I'm PJ.
And I'm ready for Labor Day.
Hey, check us out anywhere you want to find what we're up to. Look up the RV Small Talk Podcast because we are all across social media. And if you are listening on any app, leave us a review. Really is helpful. So go ahead and do that. Don't forget we have rallies. In particular, the next one coming up is the Texas Tiny Trailer Rally. Look it up. There's still time to get in. We will be there. So if you're interested at all, look it up. Follow that. Get the latest on it. Are you two ready to dive in?
We're camping in a few weeks. That's so exciting.
I'm ready. It's been way too long. And now I get to talk about all the things that I won't forget when I go camping.
No. I have experience with you going to this rally and forgetting probably everything that you're about to tell us.
Most of everything on your list.
Y'all stop.
Is it just the toothbrush?
Ow, I'm being attacked.
It's all the toothbrushes.
Yeah, the toothbrush is not on this list because obviously I can camp without it.
No, because you forgot it.
Yes. Nobody wants to camp with me without it.
She can camp without it.
Is that part of your ploy? If you forget it and your breath gets really...
People will stay away from me?
Right? Yeah. Is that how you get your peace?
Shh, don't tell
how to be alone. How to be alone when you're camping.
You figured it out.
The only one who's going to be like hanging like all over you is your little boy, because little boys want to be around.
Do not care.
Yeah, they want to be, they're like, that's gross. Let me smell it again.
Your breath smells like mine. Yeah, probably.
And he doesn't want to brush his teeth either. So he
loves brushing his teeth.
Really?
Yes, both of my kids love brushing their teeth.
Huh. Really? Yes. Well, what a good job you did, Mom.
I didn't do anything. They're just weirdos.
Yeah, she didn't like set an example for them or anything.
It's true. Stop making me sound gross. When I forget my toothbrush, I buy one.
Okay, I apologize.
Moving on.
I'll lay off a little bit, Oral-B.
I thought it was so funny at the last rally.
I'll talk close to you if you don't stop.
Halitosis.
There was probably 2 or 3 people at the last rally that brought you an extra toothbrush.
It's becoming a tradition.
Which is funny because then all I have to do is put them in my camper and I leave them there. So I have like a drawer full of toothbrushes. So I don't even have to think about packing it anymore.
Okay, truth be told, if I've ever gone to my grandparents' house, which is now my mom's ranch house and all that, I can always find that drawer of unused, brand new, still in the packaging toothbrushes from decades ago. Like they always had like drawers of their, Depression era thinking.
I got one word for you. Mm-hmm. Coupon.
A coupon.
There's always coupons for teeth brushes.
Teeth brushes?
Teeth brushes.
All your teeth. Is that like getting your hairs cut?
Getting your hairs cut. All right. So we're talking about not stuff that we forget, but stuff that we gotta have. Okay. Gotta have to go camping. It's kind of just makes a camping trip.
Can I just tell you, this was a little bit hard to come up with?
It was hard for me to stop coming up with stuff.
So we had a shared document we were working on, and I saw you like typing out 2 or 3, maybe 4 ideas to every one of mine, and yours were thoughtful and creative, and mine were super basic.
Which, just so the audience knows, whenever we come up with a podcast idea, we have a shared document, and it is always the opposite. I'm like, Clint, how do you come up with all these ideas? I'm over here just like chicken pecking, trying to figure out what I'm going to say, and you're just going crazy. So
Clint's the king of a brain dump. Yeah. I mean, we can tell him how many things in this world are pink spotted.
Oh, and I would go to town.
I mean, it's amazing. He can come up with 100. Like those games where you have to guess things or name things that are whatever.
Sure.
I want you on my team. You could totally do that.
Useless trivia.
You're so good at it.
So when here's the deal is my philosophy on a list like this is probably not necessarily the angle that you were thinking of when you kind of pitched this idea, because
I pitched it.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, this whole thing.
Oh,
yeah, congratulations.
Starting a podcast was my idea, wasn't it?
I am proud of you.
This whole thing.
So I think that it was like this emotional. It makes me feel like I'm camping thing, and yet I still couldn't quite get past my perspective of things I have to have.
So you probably put pots and pans on there or
Not
something.
Even, no.
And Lindsay probably put, sparklers or something.
Let's find out.
Lovies.
And do you have your list, PJ? Did you think of some
fuzzy slippers?
Did you think of a few things?
I did, but I put them on my phone because
you're not part of the shared Google Doc.
I probably am.
It's been 3 years.
Lost the link.
I am. I
lost the link. We use the same Google Doc.
I was busy. Okay, so I just pulled out my phone and I started putting down what I needed.
Okay, Lindsay, how about you do the honors and get us started? On this.
My number one thing is every blanket and pillow in my entire house.
You know what the first...
Is that just a coziness thing?
And it does not matter what degrees it is outside. I get kids, strip your beds. Just like gather them all up and put them in a big ball and put them in the trailer.
So... First thing I thought of on my list.
Big fuzzy throw blanket. There needs to be an S at the end of blanket.
Well, blankets. I do have 2 of them that live in my camper, but I can't imagine camping without them. They are my favorite thing.
You do have a lot of
big fuzzy. At first I thought like big comforter. And
do they just stay on your bed? Do they just stay in the seating area? What happens?
Yes.
Do they come outside?
No, there's like 5 blankets on each bed.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
And your bed in your Terra is just the coziest damn thing ever.
Oh, thank you. I love it.
20 pillows. I mean, it looks like a bed that you go into like a model home and it has way too many pillows.
It's like half the bed is just pillows.
Yes, it is. It actually like seems ridiculous for a camper. However,
we use those pillows all the time.
And when you're staying in it, just looking at it and then just like laying on it, it's just like...
So does it sound like an emotional tone, some psychological thing going on there?
Totally, yeah.
It's luxury
It makes
bedtime.
it sound kind of like glampers, but, everybody does it different, and I'm totally fine with that. But I have those 2 giant fuzzy Sherpa blankets that, honestly, I just walked past them when I first got my trailer, and they were on sale for like $10 at Ross's.
Are they actually shaped like full-size human Sherpas?
No.
So I may not know all the terminology you're about to throw with all this old glampy, classy stuff.
Mine isn't even pillows; it's blankets because I keep my trailer like freezing, like Arctic blast mode at night.
Yep, so does Richard. So I have to have my big blankets.
I want to get under all the covers and snuggle.
Okay.
And plus, the kids, they just like... They eat in the bed and then it's all gross. And so I just like, all I have to do is
throw a blanket over it.
Put that comforter in a trash bag. Here's another comforter. You have 17 of them. When I come back from camping, it is a 3-day long like blanket laundry fest.
Yeah.
But I don't even care because they're easy to fold. But every blanket and pillow in the house is my,
no, not the kids.
Fold them in half.
Okay.
Every blanket and pillow in the house is my number one.
Well, I keep my 2 giant blankets up in the dining area because I need some in the back and then some in the front. So I get really
like a mullet.
What? No, a mullet is all in the back. So anyway, that is a big thing. Do you care about the blankets even in your trailer when you're camping?
Even in my trailer, I bring sleeping bags and like a ratty pillow.
So you are the blanket-free zone.
And that's my whole family. I'm sure my kids would bring as many stuffed animals as they could possibly bring just because. But otherwise, it's just that. Sleeping bag, a pillow. My wife, growing up, going camping with her dad and all that, they may have had a tent when they camped. May have.
Right.
They would sleeping bag it on a picnic table. And when I was growing up, I didn't go camping all that much, but if I was out at the ranch or whatever, I would just lay down under a tree
Right.
All right.
In the dirt.
All right.
All right. Well, they're making Lindsay. She's making us look really bougie here.
I don't care.
I do. Okay, so
All I'm saying is, if we haven't even gotten through the first thing yet, this is going to be the longest podcast.
Okay.
So here we go.
Let's
So
go back.
I do have a number one, and I was thinking in a more modern me mindset. My number one was a good camp chair. I do appreciate a chair with my now older body at 6'4" and well over 200 pounds.
Sorry. Sorry. Carry on.
So I do appreciate that. However, that doesn't have to be impressive. It could honestly just be a good log that isn't too low to the ground.
Well, we have a good camp chair. And we got it here. It's one of our most popular ones. It's those rockers, GCI rockers. Yeah, they're lovely. And every time I'm in it, I'm like, oh, they're so uncomfortable. And
Really?
it doesn't rock that easy.
Maybe you should put some of your pillows in it.
I love the big dog chairs.
No.
Only I don't have a big dog
Big
chair.
dog chair?
Those GCI rockers are awesome. The big dog chairs are like the round ones, right?
Yeah.
They're like big
But
Papasan.
see, I could take my big fuzzy blanket and curl up in the Papasan chair. So
This is
I
true.
don't know. I haven't found a chair I love.
What about those zero gravity chairs that were popular for a while?
Oh yeah, I would
The
totally
recliner
do the
style.
loungers.
I don't like those.
No, I'm totally in for a lounger.
I can like them for a little bit, but they really are for average sized humans.
Oh, that's true.
Where the bins are,
That's true.
my joints don't line up.
Also, those Stargazer chairs. I am terrified to get in and out of those.
Stargazer chair.
They're like a little like chair hammock kind of thing.
Yeah, they're little rocker
So you have to
things
like sit and
on a
then
pedestal.
you have to wait. Sorry, I got away from the microphone.
Yeah, that's fine.
You were leaning back in your chair.
When you sit, it like pushes you back so that you lean back and you like look at the sky and look at the stars. But
You know what?
then like
I'll look
you
it up.
can't get out. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll look it up later because
Well-
I think my kids might like it.
Well, everybody has to have their favorite chair. That's one of the things that so many people like. I just haven't found mine.
It's not on my list at all.
You know,
Mine's not on mine either. Because
Now that I'm thinking
I
about
don't
it,
love
I
it.
may
Chair
actually
schmear.
just be hankering for a tent camp out that I haven't had in about a year. that might be my mindset when I
Maybe.
I think I'm
What's
hankering for
next
that.
on your list?
Wait, my turn.
Well, I wanted to see. I thought I would.
Well, I
let
already
him
said
start
I already
this
said
one
my
off.
next thing. My next thing was literally basic bedding, sleeping bags or old quilts and an old pillow.
That's just
You basic better.
yeah. You've been called worse things. I bet.
Okay.
Maybe once.
Yeah.
Okay, something I always have to have when I go camping, and I have not forgotten yet. Band-Aids and tweezers. That is the
What?
extent of my first aid kit.
What?
Band-Aids and tweezers.
Fair enough.
That's all I
Lindsay.
need. That's all I need because
Eyebrows get out of control out in the wild.
because my son is addicted to splinters.
Yeah, oh.
You know this,
quite
Mom.
an
I mean,
addiction.
like,
True.
I have no idea what's wrong with him, but he gets a splinter. I'd say twice a month.
Really?
Well, he's a 7-year-old boy. He
Yeah.
puts his hands
I know,
on
but-
everything,
I mean, like-
especially when you're camping.
We have never been on a camping trip where he did not get a splinter.
Yeah.
Ever.
You don't dig those out with a needle or a knife?
Well, then I would have to bring a needle or a knife.
Oh.
So tweezers is
instead I
gonna
bring
have to do.
And he has learned to dig them out himself now.
Yeah.
Which is perfect. I
Yay.
just hand him the tweezers and he doesn't throw a fit.
just
He
goes
just
to
sits
town.
there. It takes him a while, but I don't
Yeah.
care.
No.
And Band-Aids, because my kids could literally break their arm, and if you put a Band-Aid on it, they're like, I'm good. Let's keep going.
amazing.
It's so cool, isn't it?
Yeah, mind over matter. It's just like, here's your sticky
Just
placebo.
like gushing blood out of your head, and you're just like, here's a Pokemon Band-Aid. And
you
they're
don't
like,
have to put it
I'm good.
literally in the right place.
Yeah,
It'd be
no.
like-
Put it anywhere.
Your ear is cut off. Put this on your pinky.
Yeah,
you want to
they're
take
fine.
your mind off
They're
their
fine.
pain.
You don't even have to take the paper off and stick it to them. Just hand it to them, and
Yeah.
they're magically better, and they stop whining. It
Lindsay,
is the best thing ever.
You might be a camping supermom, okay? if you can fix everything with a Band-Aid and your
Yes.
son digs out his own splinters,
because
I mean,
he wouldn't
that's
let me do
incredible.
it. Okay, so
That's incredible.
That's my number 2. Band-Aids and tweezers. I don't have anything else in my first aid kit, which is actually a terrible idea, and I need to upgrade it. But those are must-haves.
Well, you already know what my next thing on my list is.
What is it? Coffee.
Yes. I told you
I'm
knew.
so smart.
Yeah, I mean, if I wake up in my camper and I don't get to have coffee like
Yeah, but
within minutes.
What is your morning? What is your camping coffee setup? How do you do your? Because this is important to people.
Don't you have a Keurig in your camper?
I have a Keurig in the camper.
I couldn't.
But sometimes I know.
Y'all are on opposite ends of the spectrum.
I know.
Here's the deal: is I'm learning that I actually don't like the taste of Keurig. Like I just don't like it.
Well,
it has something to it that tastes very Keurig.
We have done several podcasts about coffee. We know each other really well about coffee here. And I have one of those. An
AeroPress.
An AeroPress. And I love it.
Yes.
But Richard thinks it's a lot of work. He doesn't really like the taste of it.
And that is sillier.
And then you have to heat up the water. Is he going to listen
to this podcast?
So, I have no idea. But so we have taken all the coffee paraphernalia sometimes, and finally everything paraphernalia. Yes, it's true.
Okay.
And now we're down to a Keurig because that's what's quick and easy.
Light years beyond Keurig coffee. Light years. Yes, and is it harder? Yes. No.
Okay, so where we are is that when I get up.
I'm a little angry, but I'll get over it.
I know. And I can't defend it because that's where we are.
Okay.
And you put something in there. Now, he does like grinding his own coffee. So we have our separate coffee grinder that goes with us. And we put the beans in it and we grind the coffee. And then we put it in the little thing to put in the Keurig.
I'm officially quite angry now.
I think it's adorable.
Not easier than an AeroPress.
He doesn't like the AeroPress. He doesn't. It's a hassle. He doesn't like the way it tastes.
Don't y'all like to be more green and not add more?
Yeah, that's
plastic?
Why they don't use the Keurig pods.
Oh, I guess you got it right. But it's grinding and stuffing a Keurig.
You know,
okay.
Everybody has different levels.
Haven't you ever heard the saying, happy husband, happy life?
I
am a husband and I have not.
It's a thing. It's a saying.
Well,
sounds like a mockery.
It's a little backwards. But I tell you what I do really want is a real coffee cup. And so I have had to start gathering.
Can't that be had easily?
It can be. But a lot of people travel with plastic, or they travel with these travel mugs, or they want
You've done this for a while. Have you not handled this easily?
Or they want like their little Yeti cup that's, got the little plastic lid that's a travel cup.
You want the old German thing with the lid on it.
No, that's a beer stein.
Yes.
I would take that too. I want just a real coffee cup that's not a travel mug.
You have 47 at your house.
Yeah, I do.
You have 15 here.
We are not talking about what I don't have. We're talking about what I need to have when I'm camping.
All right, let's move on.
Okay.
All right.
That's all.
This is just one of those.
Coffee really riles us up.
Once in a while, we have one of those podcasts where we do nothing but talk over each other and argue.
And this is it.
And it's been a while since we did one. So,
do you have any food and beverage on your list?
Okay, so I tried to break my mold of my basic
boring minimalistic camper.
So let me see. I have to go down here. Item
Mr. REI.
So, okay, so item number 14 or something like that. I said if we're going for comfort in the trailer site setup, I did put bedding beyond just sleeping bag and maybe an extra pillow.
Did you put that on number 14?
It's 15 or something like that.
Oh, geez.
I said under the heading, if we're going for comfort in the trailer and site setup. I did put down there, meals that require a little more prep and cooking, but nothing too involved.
Which is the opposite of what the food I put on my list.
But that's way down there.
Okay, so what is food that takes more effort to cook but is not too involved? What is that? Like hamburgers on the grill?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
when I think fair. Of work but not too much work.
Yeah, something like that. Or if I'm going to do something instead of just a fried egg, I might have cut up some stuff to do omelets, that much level extra work.
That's a lot of extra work.
Yeah, but that's just kind of work I can do before I go. Right?
Yeah, but do you?
I don't. See, it's level 15 on my list.
Level 15.
And I don't get there.
I really try to get into the cooking part of it.
I do too, because I love eating.
And because I think cooking when you're camping sounds so great.
Yeah.
But then I don't want to prep for it and I don't want to do it.
And I don't want to clean up after it. That's the idea of it. Yes, it's very romantic and very... camping. Like, I don't, it sounds good,
It
but
does. It
no,
does.
it's not something I've conquered yet, and I'm not ready to go there.
Well,
But if we did a lot of week or 2 week
Yeah.
camping trips and we were all retired, we might have a different point of view of that.
I think
Are
I
you
would
telling me I can
like to-
retire?
As an event, I am not. I'm saying someday.
Someday.
It's one of those things. I think I would love that to be me in any respect, but I
Yeah.
can't, but I think I'm getting old enough to go. It sounds exhausting to be someone who isn't me.
Well, I would love to be a competitive ice skater, but I gave it up long ago.
I'd love to be
So,
competitive, but I'm not.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that we would
I think I've just
love to
one-upped her.
be, but we're not.
I'd love
so
to have ice.
I
in my
have gotten
cup
over.
right now.
I do not have any food on my list.
Well,
not a
I
single
have,
thing. I do have beer, but no food.
I have beer too. We'll get to that later.
Okay.
My food. Oh, sorry. Are you going?
I
in?
do also have a food section if I
Okay,
go
okay.
down
All
to
right.
like number
All right.
20 something.
20 something.
20 something. How many things do you have?
Well,
A lot.
Oh, see, your list is like. Shut up. Your list does not have 27 things in it.
I'm just guessing, and I'm not good at guessing either. See, I'm not competitive
No,
about
you're
that.
not.
He's just making stuff up
Okay,
at this point.
say your food stuff so I can say my
Okay,
food stuff.
so under my if I'm going for nostalgia section, I put down Capri Suns
What?
yes.
because it's nostalgic. As a
100,
kid,
100% Capri Suns. I'm
Yes.
with you. High five.
high five. See,
I didn't know they still made them.
What? yes. Yes. Absolutely.
and then I have Nature Valley granola bars and cereal bars.
Yes, they just make the biggest mess ever.
And then as far as hauling the food stuff, I really like having an old fashioned ice chest. Not one of the new modern like Yetis or Arctics or anything like that.
You want like the igloo?
I want the it's not going to keep your food cold ice chest.
Why?
Just swim your food just swimming around in like lukewarm water.
With
something
little
about,
bitty ice
Because
cubes
that's
floating
nostalgia
around.
for me.
yeah, it ties me back to memories of my
water.
dad.
Yeah.
When,
And the sound of that like water with just a
Right.
few cubes in it.
and then when you have to drain it
That's my
out
childhood
and
right
laying
there.
in the cold water. Yeah.
I just the past few months got Richard talked into like a new style cooler. And I'm like, oh, we have this stack in the garage. And I am embarrassed to take them. They're so old.
No, give them to me. What'd
And
you
they
do
don't
with
do
them?
any good.
Yeah, they're-
What'd you do with them?
Retro,
I love
retro.
them.
Yeah, why? I see.
You get like waterlogged ground beef, you know? Like,
Yeah.
You get waterlogged to everything, and the
cooks
papers
differently.
peeled off. Oh gosh!
Boiled beef.
Okay, well, the food I have on my list, we're going out of order here. It's
That's fine.
it's really messing me up. Is every single time I go camping, kids or not, I buy the mac and cheese microwave cups.
What?
But what if you don't
which
have a microwave?
I literally have never bought in my life. I do not eat these. I do not feed them to my kids. But for some reason, the first time when I had my Dawn and I went camping on my own with my first
grabbed
camper,
one?
I grabbed macaroni and cheese cups. I think I was going camping with
Okay.
Jackie. And now like the taste of that like fake cheese
Yeah.
burning your tongue is just like camping.
Yeah, okay.
And like everybody's going to call me a fake camper because I'm like macaroni and cheese cups. But it's just camping to me
Oh,
now.
it's so funny.
And I love it because I eat them for breakfast.
What?
I eat them for breakfast.
No, wait. I don't have a problem with that. And here's why. Because what is it? It's pretty much all straight up
cheese
carbs.
and
It's just a
Noodles.
giant,
Yeah, it's
carb
carbs.
dump.
And it's
Carbs,
ready
yeah.
in
Yeah.
90 seconds.
Whoa, you cook it all the way?
90 seconds.
I can make a cup of coffee in
throw
90
it
seconds.
in the
Can
microwave.
you?
Yes.
Grinding your beans and everything?
Oh,
and
Richard does that
stuffing
before I
your
get up.
Oh, you can make your coffee in 90 seconds if
That's
someone
right.
else makes it.
That's right.
Let's film and see if somebody can make this in 90 seconds. So I can't. And every time I go to HEB for camping, I always see them, and I'm like, oh God, how could I forget? Get the
It is so
get them all in there.
It is so funny how certain food and certain drinks and it just sticks with the camping stuff.
It does.
And it doesn't. It's not the same if you eat it at home.
One of my
Yeah.
kids can't even eat them, and I don't care. I don't care.
I don't know if that's genius or cruel.
I don't
I'm gonna go-
care.
I'm gonna-
I don't care.
I'm going to lean on the side of genius today.
All right, that is the only food besides beer that I have on my list. I will move on because it sounds like food, but it's not. My rice sock. Mother, please join me in the rice sock.
Rice sock.
Praise.
I have a rice sock that lives in my camper as well.
If you don't know what a rice
y'all
sock
warm
is,
these up over your campfire?
no.
Oh, wait a second.
Microwave. They'll turn into popcorn.
You end up with Rice Krispies.
Or burnt rice.
No, well, I mean, some of them have corn in them. We used to have corn socks.
And some have beans.
Corn sock.
Get that corn out of my face. Okay, so growing up, we always had rice socks, which is exactly what it sounds like. It is a big, clean
It's a heating pad.
tube sock.
Tube sock.
Yep.
Like the biggest tube sock you've ever seen.
Soccer sock.
Fill it with rice and tie a knot in it. Throw it in the microwave for a minute and 20 seconds. And it's all warm, and you can use it for backaches, headaches, upset stomach, period cramps.
Oh, I need this.
You can use it for warming up the bed in the winter. I still do it to this day. I put a rice sock in my bed, and then when I go to bed, I take it out, and everything's all warm under
Does
the
that
covers.
work better than an old-fashioned hot water bottle?
Yes.
It does?
It's genius.
I've never used a hot water
molds to
bottle.
anything.
Amazing.
It helps the kids when they can't sleep. It's like a warm snuggly. So now they're a bit upgraded. They have like lavender in them and stuff.
Oh, yeah. You can buy really expensive, cool things that are all pretty
And I don't
smelly.
even know what they're called. I call
rice
them
sock?
rice socks. But if you Google rice sock, that's not what they're
You
called.
won't get it.
They're called like warm hug. I don't know.
You're doing great, Lindsay.
I don't know.
Glitching a little bit, but
The point is there is one in my camper at all times. Summer,
Okay.
winter, rice sock in my camper. You too?
I
Yes.
don't have
It
this
is
on my
like
list.
one of the proudest things that you've ever taught me is the rice sock. I hope my children appreciate it as much as I do.
Do you know the ones that you grew up with, I just threw away?
Damn you.
Oh, man.
There goes your childhood.
You should have
It
put
was-
them in the cooler and gifted them to
yeah.
me.
Let them float around in that water. I mean, it was disgusting.
I bet.
Disgusting.
They've been
And
on
I
so many
thought,
foreheads.
It's just, and you can't, the problem is you can't wash them. You can't wash
But they're super cheap to make. It's a sock and rice.
Hold on, let me
it's
just
true.
sit here and appreciate what I
Uncooked
think would
rice.
happen if you washed it.
Yeah, totally. Not
Get a
horror.
spoon and go into the washing room. It's dinner time. All right.
Have you ever tried to make a tapioca sock? I wonder.
Gross. Okay, Clint, what's the next thing on your list?
I don't know. I have to go bouncing all around.
I know.
Hiking boots.
Oh, I have a nice segue to that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so practical.
Let me I'll just pair that up with
That's
my next
so
one, which is
practical.
It is so practical.
Practi-
Although I have tennis shoes on my list. So.
I paired it up with easy footwear for around the campsite, like flip flops, because I do like when I'm around the campsite. I do like to be barefoot, but just slide something off and on and easily.
You've got to have slip-ons of some kind, cheap slip-ons.
So I have on my list here.
On your list right
Look
there.
here.
See
I can see it.
section H.
See here.
Things I need to go camping. 4 pairs of shoes.
What?
What?
Every time I go camping, I bring 4 pairs of shoes.
What?
Listen, let me explain myself real quick. I have flip-flops
Okay.
per Clint
Okay,
for
got it.
lounging
Yeah, the
inside or
slip-on.
directly outside the
Yes.
camper, like at the patio
Fair
table.
enough. Okay.
I have tennis shoes for walking any distance at all if we are going to the camp bathroom or
Okay.
anything like that.
Okay. That's fine.
I have hiking boots
Okay,
that
yes.
I bring every single time, but I never wear because if we decide to go hiking, I'm like, I already have my tennis shoes on, so I'm just going to wear these. And the 4th pair is whatever pair of shoes I'm wearing when I'm packing my other shoes and then put it into the trailer and then drive to the campsite because I have a pair of shoes on, which is a miscellaneous pair. So then I end up with 4 pairs of shoes.
I'm a little overwhelmed at that
Ta-da!
one. Maybe it's an explanation. Maybe it's just that we got to 4. I don't know. I'm a little overwhelmed.
Yeah, every time I go, I have 4 pairs of shoes.
Okay. I can actually be I can be on par with you because instead of that scenario that you listed as your 4th, I would throw in I have rain boots that always travel.
See, I don't bring my rain boots, but I should. Oh, now I'm going to have 5.
Oh, sorry.
But that's smart.
I have been in enough rainy
That's
camping situations that rain boots do actually come with me.
You're a smart
Yeah.
man.
Well, that is so smart. However, I live 99% of my life in sandals because I they're comfortable.
I mean, that's true.
You live in Texas. It makes sense.
I do. And I'm more comfortable in it. So I rarely wear tennis shoes. So the only thing on my list is tennis shoes. And if I bring anything else, I know I'm not going to wear it. So just whatever I'm wearing plus tennis shoes. And I'm ready to fly.
Yeah, I think the hiking boots need to be booted off my list because honestly, they're just the cutest thing ever. And I don't want to mess them up. And also, I don't go hiking.
They are
don't want to
kind
mess
of
up your hiking boots?
They are kind of
You should not
fashion
have bought
hiking
them.
boots.
I understand how silly this is.
I hike in my Uggs.
But you wear them to work sometimes.
I do,
And they
'cause they're
are
cute as
so
hell.
stinking cute. They really are.
Clint is disgusted.
Horror.
They're cute. They're yellow. They have like
They are so
some
cute.
Navajo embroidery on them.
They are so cute. Of course, I remember when we bought those, we went to this store that was like going out of business.
Yeah. And I grabbed
everything was like
every
75% off.
pair of shoes
and you
in
bought
my
like
size.
10 pairs of shoes.
Just give 'em
and
all to
they're
me.
so cute.
It's like $15. But this is $15 worth of shoes.
I bought 3 pairs of shoes, the same pairs of shoes, just different colors.
Yes.
All
But
hiking
one of
boots.
them the other day had a hole in them right in the toe.
Nope, that's a different pair of shoes.
Oh, so sorry.
Anyway, moving on. What's the next thing on your list?
Yes,
Oh,
PJ.
the next
PJ.
important thing or the next thing I thought of?
The next, well,
What do you got in the next 5 minutes?
what's the next interesting thing on your
Okay.
list?
Well, I'll tell you, I have to have my earbuds because when I camp with Richard, he goes to sleep sometimes at different times than me. And when I get bored and I'm sitting outside, I maybe just want music and I don't want to blare it to other people. Or I listen to a lot of books on tape. Or when we go to bed in the trailer and Richard is snoring and I can't sleep,
Dad snores a lot.
I can put my cool earbuds in, and they are the noise canceling ones. They're the new AirPods.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Incredible.
You're not-
So I cannot camp without my earbuds.
I did not put any kind of music like speaker on here.
See,
or
I
earbuds,
did.
which I should have. But you're not. I would be scared to sit outside at night with my earbuds in. I do not think I would feel comfortable doing that. Sasquatch, Mom. Sasquatch.
I don't sit
Well, what
outside
about Bigfoot?
at night by myself
He's
very
fine.
often. But if I did, I would be fine.
He's
It's
cool.
Yeti I'm worried about.
Yeah, I put a music device, but I actually said music device, but likely won't get used.
Oh, we use Bluetooth speakers all over. One
Yes.
inside plus the stereo, 2 outside, one that clips onto your belt if we're traveling.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, we're ridiculous.
Oh, my goodness.
Do you? What is it? Is it simply because you have to have the music? It's like the
Music makes everything better.
or is it like to keep the wildlife aware of your presence
No,
and they keep you?
absolutely not.
No?
I would love to hold a snake and jam out.
Okay. Do you like click your sticks for the bears? No?
I'm just saying,
Okay.
music makes everything better. I will say I am not one of those like, I'm going for a hike and I'm going to just blast music down the trail because that's annoying and not everybody needs to hear my music.
I feel self-conscious when we're playing music because I put earbuds or portable speaker because I know Richard really likes to play music and we'll sit outside. I always feel really self-conscious.
I don't blast it though. I mean, I put it if we're at the picnic table, I'll put it on the table so we can hear it. But if you walk out to the road, you can't hear it. Like I am very aware of like, I don't want to disturb anybody, but I also want to listen to music all the time. So I'm okay with just quiet, just for us.
Yeah, but with me, I'm like if it's a still day and it's kind of hot and sweltering or even cold or whatever, but it's a still day. The moment I hear a slight rustle of a breeze, that's magic for me, and I don't want to miss that. Like when I'm laying there in bed or in my bedroll or what have you, man, that is it for me, is to hear the world around me, and I don't want to miss it.
At nighttime, I agree. Nighttime, there's no music.
But what about your air conditioner is how cold?
Well, yeah, my AC is on. But we don't have music blasting.
Summer or winter here?
We don't have music blasting.
Yeah. So that's one reason I really do like the type of trailer I have, is because it does have tip outs with the screen windows and canvas and all that. And I usually, if at all possible, will have those completely unzipped. So it's just a screen between me and the outdoors. And I'm up against it. and feeling what little bit of breeze there may be and listening for those sounds.
I do love the wind and the trees and all the night sounds. I do love that. But during the day, you can't hear that.
Yeah, you can't hear it. It's either listen to your music
nature
or
doesn't make sounds at night during the day.
Yeah, it does make sounds, but then there's people talking, and then there's the people.
Oh, I forgot. You're camping in the wrong places, y'all.
That's right.
We camp in campgrounds. It's very different. All right,
yes.
All right.
So
moving on from speakers.
Okay.
All right. Good.
I
good
have
call.
the next thing on my list is entertainment related. I always bring a Mancala set. And I always bring a deck of cards, usually like 5 decks of cards, but at least one. And I always bring Mancala.
Wait, you bring a deck of cards because like tables aren't level or something like that?
No, because I love playing cards.
Oh.
And my kids love playing cards, and it's so versatile. I mean, like, you can play anything. You can play grown-up games. You can play Go Fish. You can make a silly game up in the
matching cards.
Yeah, you can do anything.
My wife's family is all about games and all that. If I have a deck of cards, I'm seeing if I can throw them and get them stuck in things.
Yeah, see, you can do that.
But
it's so versatile.
Yeah.
And Mancala is the same way.
You can make Doodlebug houses.
Yeah,
that's what we
You
did when
can
we
make
were
card
kids.
houses. You can do anything with it. And Mancala is the same way. I grew up playing Mancala. Camping was cards and Mancala. So it's so portable. It's so easy.
Sure.
And even, one of my kids knows how to play and will play with me. And the other kid will play with the gems and match them and stack them. And it's just, those are the two. We try to bring games and toys, but those are the two things that if we just had those two things, we'd be fine.
All right.
Mancala is such a nature game too. It's this little wooden board with little.
And you could dig holes in the ground and play with rocks.
And make Mancala board. So it feels very primitive.
It's the first board game ever invented.
Really? Wow.
Yes. The Egyptians would dig holes and use
There were no people
pebbles.
playing games before the Egyptians?
No.
Okay. Good call.
Cavemen had no time for that.
There were a few people between the cavemen and the Egyptians.
No, there wasn't.
They stood upright and became Egyptians.
All right.
They did this.
What did they walk like?
All right. Entertainment.
Bug spray.
We put it in our eyes and see who can set up camp the fastest.
I was expecting you to come for entertainment. I was giving you the next thing on my list. Bug spray.
That's so practical.
Bug spray should be on my list, but it's not.
It is not on mine either. I'm learning a lot here, okay?
Mom, I would like to know what alcohol is on your list of needs for camping.
I put
Hand sanitizer.
Oh my God, is it the same thing I put? Is it the same thing I put?
I don't know.
Oh God, I'm so nervous.
I put ruby red and chips and salsa.
I put Ruby Redbird. I blame my mom for this one, but it's the perfect camp beer and I needs it.
It is.
I didn't put a beer on mine.
It is perfect.
Ruby Redbird is...
So for the non-Texans...
It's a Shiner.
It's a grapefruit beer.
Yeah, it's one of their summertime flavors.
But I will drink it in winter.
Yes.
I will drink it.
Do you buy it in the summer?
I will drink it here and there. I will drink it anywhere.
Okay.
They actually make it year round.
Yeah.
Do they? I don't know.
But it is a summery beer.
Sure.
It's like a crisp, citrus beer. But it is the perfect camping beer. And I don't think I've ever been camping with my parents and not had a Ruby Redbird.
See, I have something that goes right there with it. My next item, unlike the bug spray, is a bucket.
A bucket?
We're like,
I need a bucket to put my beer in.
We need specific Shiner beer. And Clint's like, a bucket? Why are we...
I said a bucket or tub for washing dishes and utensils.
Oh, yeah, that's what a sink is for.
I have a bucket.
I can't. This is ridiculous.
What's your next thing? My next thing is my favorite pocket knife or multi-tool.
Okay.
You're such a dude. Mine is my ukulele.
Oh, that's awesome, Lindsay.
which has never been played while camping.
Sounds utilitarian and
But
useful.
It's the idea of camping.
It seems so campy. I'm sitting in the woods playing my ukulele. But one day it will happen. And when the moment strikes me, I'll be ready because I never forget to bring my ukulele.
Okay, here's something I bet you have on your list.
Kazoo?
I only have one more thing on my list.
Okay.
Don't look.
Sunglasses,
No.
spare sunglasses,
No.
and extra spare
No,
sunglasses.
I did not put any of that on my list. but-
Really?
No, I didn't have.
I hate it. I am so paranoid that I'll lose my sunglasses because I hate not having sunglasses.
Okay.
I usually only bring one pair
I put-
of sunglasses camping.
Nope. I've always got them stashed.
Yeah, but yours is you like collect, so you'd be afraid to lose part of your collection.
If I go on vacation for 4 days, I'm bringing 10 pairs of sunglasses. If I go camping for a week, I'm bringing one pair of sunglasses.
I do like to have sunglasses.
My sunglasses
with
are way
me,
too
but
bougie to take into the woods.
I put down trash bags.
Mine are not.
Trash
bags.
Good.
It's right there.
Oh my God.
And the next one is towels.
Let's go. Oh my God. Let's go camping together. I'll be like, ukulele.
I bet he will have a spare toothbrush.
Okay. I have 2 more things on my list.
Okay.
Nope. I have 3 things on my list. A kiddie pool.
What?
Because,
What?
listen, this is a new thing. So I'm not going to say I can't go camping without it. But the last 2 times I went camping, I had a plastic kiddie pool. And I feel like it is now something that I really don't want to camp
Like
without.
a blow up one?
No.
Why? What do you do with it?
Like a $10 Walmart plastic kiddie pool. You put water in it and my kids go bonkers. I don't care if it's the dead of winter. They just want something to do. They want to throw leaves in it. They want to dump it out. They want to sit in it and pretend it's a rowboat. Oh my God, it's the best thing ever.
But don't you always camp near water? So they're just taking
Yeah,
to the
but
water?
then you have to put bathing suits on and hike down to the water.
Or
and
if they
get
just
into
want to
a
throw
boat.
leaves in it.
I'm just telling you, having it at your campsite is the best thing ever.
Okay.
And I don't think I can go without it. The other thing is a book, which, like my ukulele, is more of like a dream for me.
Okay.
However, I have read on every single camping trip I've been on, and I bring a book that like I don't normally have time to read, or like, you know, I've always wanted to read.
Okay.
And that...
Like an owner's manual or something?
Yeah. That 15 minutes is
You
the
learn a lot.
best. It's just the
15
best.
minutes.
And I will bring a book every time so that I
Have
get
you ever
that
finished
15
one of these?
Hell no.
Okay. All right.
The end.
That's
That's my list. All right. Who else has stuff?
I have tried bringing books. Here's the problem. I end up reading part of it and then I lose the book and I can't find it for like
Where do you lose
5
it?
years.
Your trailer is 15 feet long.
I lose it in the trailer and then it goes in my suitcase and then I set it somewhere so I can find it again. I can't ever
No,
finish
see,
it.
I have the same book, and
I
it's
can't.
like every time I go camping, that's the 15 minutes when I read this book.
Oh,
But
so
how
you're
do you
still on the
remember
first book.
how?
you-
Yeah,
it's
oh
just-
yeah,
okay.
oh yeah.
How do you even know
Oh
what
yeah,
happened?
it's taken me 8 years to get to chapter 2. I'm really getting in the thick of it though. Oh, backyardigans.
Oh, yes.
well, that's what I use my phone for. I just
Clint,
turn
your
it on.
list is cracking me up.
I did put, we like to take bikes, balls, frisbees, etc.
Oh, you sound so fun.
I mean, he could be on like a
Towels?
Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah.
Towels?
I put a lamp.
Leave It to Beaver
Under
goes
the
camping.
nostalgia category, I put a lantern.
I do love a good lantern.
Oh yeah,
I do
that
love a
is
good
so
lantern.
true. We have a great lantern.
And a,
That's true.
like a
I do
propane
love
one,
that.
not
Oh,
a battery
no.
powered one.
Oh no!
What?
Oh no!
This is not the same thing. We're not talking about the
Oh,
same. You're
no.
talking about a glorified flashlight, probably LED.
Fight.
I'm talking about the one. Every time you pull it out, you have to do like an hour's worth of work to replace the mantle.
To make
because
that little
Yeah, let's
mantle
have a-
work
let's
again.
have a lantern
because
off.
It pulled out and fell over.
That's
and it
right.
won't light.
Yeah.
No, I hate those.
Oh, they're so bright and hot, and they invite the best bugs.
They do, and they smell so bad.
Are you sitting right next to it? If they're bright enough, you don't have
Yeah,
to.
she's putting those Sherpa blankets over her in the lamp.
I'll say
Me
nice
and the
and
lamp
warm.
staying warm.
Me and my oven.
Oh, jeez.
Mom, do you have anything else on your list that you need to discuss?
You know what?
I feel roasted.
I feel bougie.
I did have something that was a little less bougie. Richard has
toothpaste.
No.
Don't ruin it now.
I know. Richard has got me into a really nice hammock. Because he takes a hammock every time we go out and finds a place to set it up. And I always I'm like, what should I do now? And I'm like, where's the hammock? And I get to go.
How long do you actually spend in the hammock?
I love it, and I always forget it.
I have literally taken naps in the hammock.
Okay.
That's my dream life.
My back.
Yep.
My dream life.
Yeah, and I don't even care.
If it wrecks your back? Because it totally wrecks my back.
Yeah, well.
But your backs are like 6 inches shorter than my back.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I thought I was bringing up something that would be remotely relatable. I got it. No.
No, you know what? We have a hammock. It sometimes gets set up.
Well, do you think anybody that is listening can relate?
My son clotheslines himself on it every time I do
Gosh, I bet that's hilarious. But you brought Band-Aids, so he's fine, right?
Did I?
Well, you need to camp with Lindsay. That's all I can say. Does he like mac and cheese?
Mac and
Of course
cheese
he does.
and Band-Aids. I know. My whole list, even one of the things on my list said, all of my things have to do with kids. I don't even know what I like anymore. Because it's true.
Wow, you should bring some therapy.
Yeah. Maybe you could do that mobile therapy, where you call it in.
BetterHelp, it's amazing.
Yeah.
100% recommended if you need therapy.
Is there like an off-brand, like pretty okay help?
It's like just some guy.
I need the generic.
You get doctor.
It's like prescriptions. It's like prescriptions. You can get the name brand. You can get generic. I would like some generic therapy.
It's just called Help, not BetterHelp. Okay,
So, do you think anybody can relate to all of our weird camping?
I think you can find 3 different people listening to this.
I think you have a Clint, a Lindsay, and a PJ.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
I hope we get some comments because I would love to hear who can relate to this craziness.
What is your camping necessity?
Wait a second. We always do this. I would love to hear things, but they would have to leave us a comment, I guess, on social.
Yes,
because
RV Small Talk Podcast and RV Small Talk Podcast community. It's more of our group page where you can show us your camping trips and give us feedback. Tell us, what are your necessities when you go camping?
Or apparently, if you're a spammer from India, you can just randomly post about T-shirts and Amazon jobs.
We're working on that. I delete so many.
Oh, me too.
I'm literally putting my daughter to bed, and I'm down there like trying to delete these things.
Blocking and
it's ridiculous. Anyway,
for anyone,
if you're not a spammer,
spammers, don't listen now.
For anyone who is not a spammer, we would love to hear from you. That would be awesome.
Check the box if you're a human.
And if you want to hang out with us in person, check out the Texas Tiny Trailer Rally at the end of September in Bandera, Texas.
Yeah, if you're a truck camper person, come on out to the Texas Tiny Trailer Rally anyways. We are for it, but we do have a rally for you in the spring. We will get details out there, but you can go ahead and like the page for as details come out. So, Texas Truck Camper Rally. Check out show notes at rvsmalltalk.com. And this has been fun. More funner than I thought it might be.
As usual, I apologize.
Oh, no need. It was awesome.
Make no excuses.
So
was it? I'm pretty sure we just yelled.
I don't care. I haven't talked to you in weeks. We've been so busy, so I loved it.
It's true.
I almost forgot that I'm mad about the coffee thing.
Yeah, well, I'll remind you.
All right.
I'll remind you tomorrow. Thanks, guys. We will see you next time.
Bye.